Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
And I am proud to be an American with 3 Ks, where at least I know I am free. And I won't forget the men who died who gave that right to me.
And who should.
And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the Wohaha. Woha, woha, ha.
Woha, woha, woha. I'm not going further. As you all can see, this is a spooky episode of Jade and XD.
From sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, to New York to LA, there's a pride.
Yes. Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new spooky episode of Jade and XD. I am your host, XD, and I'm here with...
Jade.
Yes, Jade. And, it's time for our annual visit.
Yes. Okay. Announce yourself.
Hello all. This is producer Abe.
Yes.
Coming from behind the microphones, in front of them for my annual visit. I hope you all are well. Thanks again for listening. And,
yes.
I'm happy to be here.
He's loving us out loud today.
He is. No more making out under the bleachers. Not today.
No. Yeah. In the hallway now.
Ooh, with the fingers locked.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes.
What's going on, Abe? What's happening? Update the people.
I'm all right. It's funny. It's so weird. I mean, I listen to the show every week, so it's trippy. It's always trippy to be on it because it's like I'm just used to listening to it, so I forget that I'm in it right now. It's like even just now while listening to you guys and your lovely rendition of that Lee Greenwood song, I still
thank you for your suggestion.
I wasn't just like listening to it. I was like, oh shit, I'm a part of this.
Yeah, you are.
I hit like 3 hours ago. Didn't feel strong until now. But I guess that's the power of recording.
Would you like to wohaha, like just to be apart? Even though we generally don't like people being apart, this is different.
I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Wow.
Ooh, I live.
Well, everybody, again, welcome to a brand new episode. Well, Abe, how was your week? What the last 7 days? How was it?
I feel like it was good. Oh, I did the 5-borough bike tour on Sunday. That was
you did.
Yeah. And it was fun because it was shitty out in New York. So if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't have gone out for a bike ride. So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. Good, got to see the city. It's a little bit of a scam that they call it the 5-borough bike tour because it really just like...
They don't go to Staten Island?
No, they definitely go to Staten Island. You cross the Verrazano and then you end up there. But they just skim the Bronx. Like, they go to, what is it?
That's for safety.
Yeah, the same way they do with the... the same way they do with the marathon where they just like kind of like put one foot in and then they're like,
Safety. Again.
Yeah,
they said liabilities, we don't have time for that.
Yeah.
And there's way too many chickens running around Fordham for them to,
Truly.
You know,
It would be sick though to
Can't
ride
do
up
it.
Fordham. It's cool. Like when you're going, you start off on 6th Ave, so you ride all the way up to Central Park. I don't know. It's a good time, but it's also goofy.
Being a girl who lived in Kingsbridge, I don't know how I would feel about seeing all these people
It should start on
on Gran
and then
Conco.
French Montana should be there, and he like starts it off, and then
Zionist.
it's good.
But well, I'm glad that it went well.
Yeah.
It was good.
And that's I always talk shit about people who do marathons, but a bike marathon makes more sense to me, right?
Absolutely.
You can go you can. I was pushing more than I needed to, but you can take it easy, which is nice. And you don't. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people were just chilling, taking their time. It's a lot less of it's a lot less of a physical feat, I think, than a marathon for sure.
That's what I was thinking. And what happens if you have an electric bike?
You get looked down on a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I would too.
I would just be like, fuck you.
At one point, someone on an electric bike went by, and I heard someone else be like, yo, that's cheating. I feel like
it's not a race, bitch.
The electric bike, whatever, I'm not gonna judge. But at the bike tour, I don't know. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't want to be ableist. If the electric bike gets you out there, go for it.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think about that. Well, I was thinking about me and my laziness. And so I think I'm gonna do it next year and dare niggas to look down on me. Sounds like a good time. Who's with me?
They won't be able to catch up to you if they're mad, so you'll be good.
They're not going to say anything. I'll wear something egregious that sends a message.
Nice.
How are you?
It's your turn, Jade. How was your week? Is it time for news with Jade about Jade's?
It's time for an update. We're on day 214 of the genocide. And it's this has obviously been an extremely heartbreaking catastrophe to witness, unnecessary at that. But I think I'm a little extra down and disgusted today because it's the day after the Met Gala. And just to see how wide the pendulum swings between, celebrities dressing up and spending thousands upon thousands of dollars for a look for the night, and say nothing on behalf of thousands and thousands of children who are getting obliterated, it's really heartbreaking. And then on top of that, the IOF is using every opportunity. We talked about it in February around the Super Bowl. It happened with the Oscars, and now with the Met Gala. They use every opportunity for distraction to impart more, if that's even believable, to impart more harm on these people. And so they started carpet bombing Rafah last night in Gaza, and now they're blocking them from getting to Egypt, and there's nowhere to go, and the carpet bombing is beginning. And it doesn't matter what happens and who says what and who says we're gonna stop selling to the IOF. It's not. There's nobody's actually really doing anything, and so I'm a little extra down today, more than usual, because I don't know what the fate of the millions that are still left with nowhere to go. I don't know what the fate of those are. And I come across these images of these babies being bombed to bits, it's heartbreaking and it's disgusting. And those words don't even suffice. They don't deserve this. So that's the update today.
Yeah. Also, back, I talk here about the universities have shown cowardice, right? And so Columbia canceled commencement due to quote unquote safety. There was an attack last night. This would have been Monday of this week. Protesters were protesting outside of the Board of Trustees' homes. And a man drove his car into the group of protesters. From another extremist, well, it's all extreme, but from another extremist group. It's very interesting how all these oppressors use the same tactics, right? We saw the same tactic in Charlottesville, right? During Black Lives Matter, and a couple of other movements. And so it's just kind of like, I hear you when it's very disheartening because you don't feel like there's no end in sight, right? And especially when you don't have a supportive government who likes to play the fence or throw rocks and hide their hands. You know what I mean?
And they're fully complicit. Complicit. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to witness.
Right, but we just got to try to find little bits and pieces of joy when we can. To remember and recognize that life is a gift. And we should cherish it.
Yeah.
But personally, Jade of all J's, how was your week? James Beard nominee.
Thank you so much. I'm still very excited about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Thank you so much, Abe. I'm really hyped. Like that one it means a lot. I've had a good week. I went to DC to celebrate my best friend Kia Maisha's nuptials. She had her bridal shower this weekend. And they're Jamaican, so that was a good time. I got there to set up and stuff, and her mom came up to me and was like, "I need you to cook." And I said, "Okay, all right, whatever you need me to do, I'll jump in and do." So that was good. And then the nuptials are in a couple of weeks, so we're gonna have us a good time. So congratulations to her. And then obviously I was with my sister girls, Takia and Crystal Jean. And so, and then we went out for a fabulous dinner. I mean, a fabulous dinner. This Italian restaurant in DC, guys. I mean, so I went there because Takia told me about it. And then our friend Bobby told me about it, who is my dinner date king here in the city. And they told me about this delicious duck ravioli and pappardelle that they had and all these things. But then they had a salted caramel and Granny Smith apple soft serve swirl for dessert, right?
Sign me up.
When they told me about that, I said, I've got to get there immediately. So when the shower, I was like, we must go that weekend. So we went, and they were 86. They took it off the menu. The Granny Smith apple and salted caramel swirl ice cream. Howsoever, they replaced it with their new seasonal flavor, which was a passion fruit and mango mixed with a house-made vanilla swirl with crushed pistachios on top. I don't think you all understand.
That's a lot of layers. That's a lot of dessert.
Wait, what is
My mouth came like 7 times. What?
Where is this place? Are you allowed to divulge?
Oh, what is it called? It's called L'Ardente.
L'Ardente?
L apostrophe Ardente.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Had a fabulous tiramisu that comes in this chocolate sphere that they light on fire and it melts down, but the flavors of it. And then they put a small passion fruit curd in the middle of the tiramisu, which you would think does not go together. Coffee and passion fruit. No, the pop of fresh when you took the bite of the tiramisu and just got a little bit of that passion fruit curd, because it wasn't too much, was just perfect. Then we had a s'mores dessert that had a chocolate mousse. I'm sorry. It was just, we ordered so many things. This branzino, like it was just fabulous. You all must go. You must go.
One thing I've learned is that when women go out, it's like that Chris Rock thing, women be shopping.
Women be
eating. Like,
we dine.
Everything.
Do you hear me? It's like plethoras of cocktails. Oh, and the cocktails were fabulous too. Plethoras of cocktails, all of the starters. And every time, you see, it's not like we go in like white button-up shirts and everybody's dressed like Kris Jenner. Like we go in there, we got on hoodies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we know we're gonna be nice to the server and we're gonna spend money. I don't give a fuck about whatever else you all have going on. So when we come, initially they're always like, oh, have you all been here before? And then we order up the entire menu. And And it never fails that the server's like, is somebody here in the food industry? Because of the way that we order the food. But it was an experience. And if you go out to eat with us, it is always going to be an experience. Abe, we have to go out to dinner.
I'd love to. Yeah. I was going to say,
Yeah.
I love, now that, we're a little older, our friends and us are doing a little bit better than when we were in our 20s. It's nice to go to a restaurant and just order like you're one of these TV hosts where you're like, we're going to need to try this, this, and this.
Yep.
And
yes,
I
exactly.
really like that. And then, oh, you got 3 desserts. We got to taste them all. We're not going to come back in a while.
No, we must. Because we must try everything.
Yeah.
So I'd highly recommend for those who enjoy to have their mouth come 7 times. You all go to Lardente.
Lardente.
How was your week, XD?
Oh, I had quite a busy week.
Did you?
I did. I too had an Epicurean adventure. My dear friend from college, Clarence, came to town, and
we
went. Yeah, we went to the. He's gonna love that you shouted him out because he listens to the show. We went to that French restaurant you and I went to, and we ordered pretty much everything on the menu.
Fabulous.
It was a fabulous spread of French cuisine. And it was interesting because my table next to us, Crystal Minkoff from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills was sitting next to us, who too ordered half the menu along with us. It was a good time.
They eat. That's wonderful.
Yeah. And then I celebrated AAPI month with the Center, LGBT Center of Los Angeles. They had a wonderful program where I saw Rock'em Sakura perform.
Yes.
I had some great Asian street food. I even got a tattoo. Like a
yes, you did.
One. Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Show Abe.
Whoa.
It's right here.
Oh, whoa.
Right.
What is it?
It's matching with Chris Rogers.
Ooh.
Yeah, we got matching tattoos.
It's 2 hands holding.
Aww.
Yeah. And then we did something, and then we toured this weekend. We toured Los Angeles. We did a very big walk. We walked around Chinatown and Little Tokyo. It was really interesting because we were trying to look for Cinco de Mayo celebrations, but that didn't happen. We ended up just in these places, and I'm like, well, we might as well keep the party going.
Well, that's good because Cinco de Mayo is American.
Yes, it is.
It's Americanized.
Yes, but was interesting enough. We experienced a heterosexual date night.
Ooh,
well,
that's so fun. Were you at a bar or something? I love that.
Yes. Yes. So
can you explain what a heterosexual date?
So check it. We were we had so Saturday it was this WWE pay-per-view event, right? So that happened in the morning because they were in France. And so we were up or whatever. We took a nap. Wake up way later and we're like, damn, we're hungry, and I don't, cooking weekends. What? Absolutely not. So we're like, what can we do? So we're like, okay, well, let's just go to Yard House, right? It's quick. The food is good. It's not no fuss, fine, whatever. We did not know. Well, if you didn't know, Yard House is in the LA Live area, right? So it was near the Crypto or Staples Center. I didn't know they changed the name from Microsoft Theater to Peacock Theater. Anywho, so we go there about 10 o'clock. Actually, it was closer to 11 because it closes at 1:30. When I tell you the guys and gals were out.
Oh, really?
Having a wang dang doodle. There was lady folk in their what would be the white woman's version of Shein or Fashion Nova? Pretty Little Things?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
They were out. Yes. It was a lot of anthropology.
Yeah.
There was a lot
section.
of yes, the hoochie section. It was a lot of men in Spearies.
Boat shoes.
Yes.
Are they?
And untucked shirts, not the untucked but the brand untucked.
They all did. They all look like defense contractors.
Yes, yes.
That's like a specific look that I've
yes,
seen around.
It is. And when I tell you, it was so interesting watching them like try to navigate and flirt. We saw a couple of swingers.
They had pineapples on, or how'd you know? Pink loofahs?
Well, it was interesting because there was this guy everybody's at the bar or whatever. And this guy came in who was extremely loud, like, hey, what's going on, Bill and Ted? And then they kissed
White
on the
men
lips.
are loud. Oh.
Right. And so we're like, oh, okay. And then he turns to kiss this other girl. And they're like fake grinding or whatever, because of course they're playing the urban hits of yesteryear. So it was a lot of Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they like that.
And they're like dancing and they're like switching off and stuff. And I'm like, oh, we're all swaying.
Pink loofahs.
We're loofing.
Yeah, we're loofing.
Yeah. There was this couple next to us celebrating their anniversary with their friends. So, but it was awkward because you could tell like this was a couple and these two were like just friends.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you think they were using their anniversary as a way to try to set their friends up?
Probably.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Probably. Because you could tell they were kind of on a date. Like it was, guy, girl.
Were they feeling each other?
It was very loud in there, so I couldn't really tell. But by body language wise, they weren't like snuggling or like trying to like really listen or talk to each other like that. And then of course there was the table of single girls, single women,
cosmopolitans.
Lemon dropped down. Okay?
Yeah, I know it.
It was nothing but lemon drops and espresso martinis aplenty. Okay.
I feel triggered, but go ahead.
Oh no, it's fine because I had went out with when I went out for Michael Arsenal's birthday, I had to tell the bartender, and I was like, "I am so sorry, I'm about to do this to you." He was like, "Espresso martini." I was like, "Yep." He was like, "You got it." But yeah, it was so interesting watching them. It was like a sociological like experiment, just watching.
I wish
them
we had some
to...
glasses where we could like read lips and see what's going on at the tables. You know what I'm saying?
That.
Me too. Yeah, I love people watching.
I think
Me
so.
too.
Like the three of us now, I'm the newest member of this group, but I feel like since now that when you get to a point in a long-term relationship, like you don't meet at the place and catch up. You've caught up by the time you get to the place. So when you get to the place, it's like, okay, now we're at a stakeout and we're like listening and we're absorbing the environment.
Oh, absolutely. Chris and I didn't say we spoke like 3 words to each other because we were so fascinated by what was going on.
You debrief.
Yes.
That's exactly what happened. It was like, did you see this bitch in this
Did
other
you see the
outfit?
bitch in the red shirt?
That's exactly what happened. And then we had a singing gay waiter or server, service worker. I don't know their pronouns.
Server. Please, XD.
It's all the same. But yeah, it was so fascinating. That was my my week. It was very busy, just socially. Just know
that is busy for you.
Yeah, and by the time you're all listening to this, I will be celebrating Mother's Day with my mother.
You are going to celebrate with my home gal.
Yeah. Okay. She is VV excited for me to come. I also know that this is she's excited because she was supposed to come here, and I was like, it's just easier for me, girl, to come there. So,
what are you gonna do for her?
I think I'm gonna cook because Sacramento is not the most Epicurean place.
Yeah, so I discovered.
It's I don't know what like the finest dining is in like Little Rock is, but like that's what I imagine. Or like Wichita, Kansas. I feel like whatever high dining there is what you would find in Sacramento.
That's such a shame
Outback
though.
Steakhouse.
You guys are so close to like all the produce. That's where all the food comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like, can't some?
That
you
don't
would
mean
think-
everybody knows what. You know what, Abe? Like certain people got dicks, but they don't know what to do with them. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wasting
But
good tomatoes. That's what they're doing out there.
absolutely. But you know what's wild is the fact that there are so many food places up there. Like it's like Starbucks in New York, like every corner. But like there is a food place.
Not for long.
Yeah, there is a
Sorry.
food place everywhere. I was driving around with my mother and I was like, y'all will never go hungry up here. And she was like, well, yeah, you will, because most of the food ain't good. I was like, well, there you go.
Yeah, I found some. I can send you this. I found this delicious. Like, how far is Sacramento from San Francisco?
A bit of a journey.
Oh,
Like
never mind. All right.
that's a drive. It's like
Okay.
2 hours.
All right, copy. Never mind.
Is it? It's further north, right?
San Francisco is south of Sacramento.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
Southwest of Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, Sacramento's not even on the coast, huh?
Nah.
Dang.
No,
Technically, it's Central California.
Mm.
and it feels like it. It feels like the Midwest.
Yes, it's South
Yeah.
Bend, Indiana.
Yeah.
Yes,
But-
yes, yes. It is in Stockton too.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's Gary. Okay.
That's why I almost died twice.
Yeah. Like Tracy, Stockton, that's no man's land. That's where they have a lot of people who were forced out of the Bay Area because they got priced out.
Okay.
They were just like, let's move all the minorities, Tracy. And to let you know the type of community Stockton and Tracy is, Jason Lee, the blogger or whatever the fuck, is now a council member, city council member of Stockton.
The deadline to file paperwork to enter the District 6th Council race in Stockton is tomorrow, and so far, 4 are in the race, including so-called culture critic blogger and author Jason Lee.
Yeah, the South Stockton native spoke with CBS 13's Rachel Wolf on the road, where he's prepping for his formal announcement.
You know, this country has it needs a hard reset. It really
Yeah.
does. Because this is Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jason Lee, Donald Trump. Like, this is just pure hell. Joe Biden. Like, just get rid of it all. Get rid of it all. Blow it up.
Actually, what's the
know,
deal
I
with Barstow? Where's that fall into the mix?
Bars?
Barstow. Where do I know that
Barstow.
from?
I only know it because
Barstow
of the Fast
is-
and Furious. Is it closer to LA?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Barstow, because that's where what's their faces, the Bella twins are from. It's closer to Mexico.
Oh, it's like out in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
It's inland from here. Yeah.
Who are the Bella twins?
Wrestlers.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Aren't they also? Isn't one of them married to a wrestler too, or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I think I've heard of them.
Yeah. And one of them used to be with John Cena, and the other one
That's
is
what
with,
it is. She was on the reality show with him, right?
Mm.
Yes, the Bellas. Yes,
I remember that.
Total
Okay.
Bellas on E.
Yeah. I love.
Yeah.
There was that scene where he bought like 50 suits, and he told her, at dinner, and he was like, "I had an
Yes.
opportunity." I love that.
I was able to get some nice, more fitted suits in New York. I was very happy. There was,
How many did you get?
I had an opportunity to.
How many suits did you get? John.
I got 55 suits.
John.
Yes. We have to watch one of those episodes one day on the pre-show because the Bella twin, that was a chaotic time in E.
Mm.
Like E reality TV was a different time.
Is that where Hulk Hogan used to be too?
No, that was VH1.
Oh, okay.
He
Which
might
was
have
also
been
chaotic.
MTV, actually.
Hogan's Knows Best.
Yeah, I think that might have been MTV.
It might have been MTV because now that I
Viacom.
think about it, because I remember when Brooke Hogan's single premiered. Yes, because it premiered right after an episode, and her video came on right after.
VH1.
Oh, VH1.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, but yeah, E reality TV was crazy because remember they're the ones that have Jillian Michaels reality TV show.
Yes, I didn't watch that,
and
but yes.
and they adopted that black baby, and they had a whole episode about how to do her hair.
You know how I feel about that.
Chaos. But let's pay some bills.
Yes.
Thank you for listening each and every week. Tell a friend, tell an auntie, uncle. And this is the one time you can tell your coworkers about Jaden XD. Love us out loud.
Yeah.
Come join the cult of chaos. It's a good time. Or you can lie and say it's a church, whichever. Join us on Patreon. It's $9.99. You get an abundance of content. We have certain things called the ABC show. Want to know what the ABC show means? Then you have to sign up to see what ABC means. We are covering several things. Love During Lockup, which is a brand new season. Behind the Paywall. We are covering doing Watches of Mary Mary, the reality show, The Hills. Shout out to Black Fat Femme because they mentioned us and because they covered White Mess this week.
Oh,
and,
yes.
Yes, and they mentioned Undressed, which I need to find because...
Oh, I forgot about Undressed.
Yes, that was a show.
And what was going on. I would just see like previews for episodes, and then I would just be like, this is over my head.
On the 10 spot. Yeah.
We've got to find.
Yeah, we got to find the original one, not the reboot, because they tried to reboot Undressed and it didn't work. But the original run, I got to find it. So yeah, we do a whole bunch of watches and recaps over there. Sign up for our YouTube channel, which is freer than you and me, where we have covered 90 Day Fiance, Love in Paradise every week. And I know 90 Day Fiance, what's it called? The Other Way. The Other Way, that's coming back as well.
Yeah.
I just found out that Inmate to Roommate Season 2 is coming back.
Oh, we're feeding you all. We're feeding you.
Yes, so it's a whole bunch of content.
Yeah.
Oh, Abe.
Is it like Love After Lockup, but they're not lovers? They're just friends?
Correct.
Yes.
Wow. That's like even less like, why would you do that?
Exactly. Last time it was...
Love After Lockup makes sense in my mind. Like, the heart wants what it wants, but no one... I don't know. I guess... I gotta watch.
No, we try to make sense of it and have been for the past 6 or so years, and we're still covering it free. So
yeah, I agree. Love During or Love After Lockup makes sense because people get lonely, and most people who contact other inmates are because of some affection type deal or whatever the fuck, right? When in reality, it's Inmate to Roommate, like last season, they had this religious couple who low-key tried to take this man hostage.
With Bill.
Did you see Bill's picture? Bill is posted on a bed with a whole bunch of stacks of $100 bills.
No. Where is this? Send this to me. So Bill is this man who looks like Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Oh, man.
And he moved in with this ultra religious couple because he was conversing with the wife. And they would do things like, so they had, one of the ice makers. They would make ice and then they would put it away, like unplug it and put it away, and wouldn't allow Bill to make ice. And they were big pissed when Bill made ice. They also said there was no lunch meat allowed in the house, no turkey, no ham, and no rated R movies. But Bill was like 63 years old.
Yeah.
So
I sent y'all the picture.
Wow. Let me see.
This is
Bill is out here making
Bill.
Bill is out here.
Bill
he wrote a
is
book.
out here. Oh, I want to read it.
Yeah.
Why would he do this?
That's crazy.
Because it's Bill.
I wish I had
He's free.
$1,000.
This is incredible.
I know. More incentive for us to cover it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, go support us. And anything else to announce?
No, not as of right now.
Yeah, the only thing I have is you sign up for my Substack. Link is in the description box wherever you're listening. I am still podcast consulting, social media consulting, all that. If you need all those things, email me, xd@thexdexperience.com or any social apparatus. So yeah, today is a special episode. We are reimagining films and making them spooky. Let's take a break and we'll be back with more Jaden XD featuring our producer Abe. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Pee Wee Herman has a new role, that of accused sex offender.
This is a very challenging role for me.
I walk, I talk, I crawl on my belly like a reptile.
Mr. Herman, according to police, though, he did more than that. Pee Wee Herman is played by actor Paul Rubens. He grew up in Sarasota, Florida, Sarasota High School.
And we're black. Yeah, so we had this idea of what if we were to take certain films and stories and make them scary. I know this was a stretch for me because I don't like horror films because
same.
I don't like, why would I
Oh,
pay?
you don't either.
No, why would I pay to be scared? Like that's weird.
Life is scary enough.
Life is
Exactly.
very scary, right? Especially now.
Yes. But then I was like, how can I make this ridiculous? So I thought. And I thought. And I came up with a list of films and ideas of how to make them scary.
Okay.
So my first one, I told Abe earlier, but I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
So Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Already frightening.
Yeah.
That's
so
what I said.
if you did not see Pee-wee's Big Adventure, it's starring Pee Wee Herman. May he rest. I don't know if he should rest in peace or piss. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
we'll
may
see.
he rest. And so, which by the way, he was on an episode of 227. Total.
He was.
Yes. And Mary was, because they got locked in a storage facility with him, with Mary Lester. And
Yes. They love to get somebody locked somewhere in a sitcom, like Cherry and Punky Brewster when she was about to suffocate in that refrigerator.
Or like on Friends with Jill Goodacre, who was locked in with Chandler, which I did not know was married to Harry Connick Jr. because we had a whole 2-hour debate about Harry Connick Jr.'s sexuality because Chris Rogers thought he was a homosexual, and I was like, no.
No, I didn't think so.
He was like, so you mean to tell me? And I was like, well, no, he's married, but I just did not know he was married to Jill Goodacre.
You could still like men too and be married.
Exactly.
That's very true.
That's what I was thinking, Abe.
That's very true.
Let's see. Personal life. Sorry, I'm listening.
But with Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the whole premise of the movie was he got a bike that was stolen from him, and he had to travel all across America to find this bike, which ended up at Warner Brothers Studios, and Milton Berle had the bike in a commercial, and then it turned out it was like almost like the ending of The Hills, where it was all, he was like on a, that's where Adam DeValo got that shit from. Oh my God. I just put 2 and 2 together.
What?
I ruined this for you already. So you know in the Hills, the very last episode is Brody Jenner and Kristen Cavallari. They're like kissing, and then like they're automatically on a soundstage, right? To prove that the show is fake. That's low-key that's exactly what happened at Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Because at the very end, he's like, they show the screen because they're all at the drive-in and they're showing this movie that Pee-wee was in. Oh my gosh. Which was what we just saw. Inception. But my idea to make it scary, what'd you find out? Because you're making a face.
Oh, I forgot about his indecent exposure situation, but I'm trying to figure out.
But I thought that was like at an adult theater.
It was at an adult theater.
Yeah.
Because I have a question. Total side note. If you're going to have a theater where you play, movies of an adult nature, Ain't the point for you to whip it out and do what you need to do?
That's what I would think. I don't know why I don't see who's going in there just eating, milk duds
I've
and
wondered about
popcorn.
this. I've wondered about this ever since I heard about like the Pee Wee Herman thing. Because otherwise, are you supposed to like see this movie and just remember it later? I have the same strip clubs even. I don't know. At a
in the
point,
spank bank. You put it in the spank bank.
I guess
what's up?
These all clearly are models that were created before the internet.
This is it's like when you used to go downtown, like to 42nd Street, and you go put the quarter in, and the curtain would come up. You watch the girl dance. Maybe it's along those lines, but I still don't understand. I guess. Well, you know what? In the strip club, you're not allowed to beat off, so maybe we just use the same rules.
Yeah.
That's a little weird, though, right? Because I could see. Well,
you can't beat off in a strip club.
No, I know that. I know that because there's somebody there providing a service, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And also there's food, there's drinks being served.
Yeah.
But it's still like similar in that it's just a strange setting to just hang out in because it's so sexually charged that I guess maybe people like being in a sexual space in a more casual way rather than being active in a sexual space.
Maybe because burlesque is less sexual to me and more sensual.
That feels more like theater too. Like there's a performance.
Yeah.
Which I guess the strip club there is a performance like with dancing in the pool. But it's not
but then when you have lap dances.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like if somebody's, going to fucking town on your genitalia.
Right.
That's no different than dry humping in the 8th grade.
I wonder now, is it some sort of like male test to see who can be like most stoic and be like, I'm the manliest man because I can have this person grinding on me and I can be turned on by it, but I won't go too far. I won't make a mess.
Unless I go to the champagne room.
Right. That's
absolutely, positively, no sex in the champagne room.
No matter what a stripper tells you, there's no sex in the champagne room. None. Oh, there's champagne in the champagne room, but you don't want champagne. You want sex.
Mm-hmm. No sex in the champagne room. No sex in the champagne room. We got to watch that on Patreon.
Nobody goes to strip clubs for wings. I do.
I also just discovered that I absolutely go to strip clubs for wings, specifically in Atlanta, Georgia. I just realized we can watch Midnight Love, so we should do that as well.
Like BET's Midnight Love?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I first saw Yolanda Adams
Open Up My Heart.
Open Up My Heart. And I thought it was a love song, or a breakup song. And I did not know it was about Jesus then. And
yeah. And that's where I first discovered her teeth.
So my back to Pee Wee's parents. My idea for Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure is the bike is haunted, right? And so instead of searching for it, he's like running away from it. So it could be like a psychological thriller. Like he feels like he's gotten away from it, and then all of a sudden he looks to the left, and then there's that fucking bike.
Like Black Mirror.
Yes.
Ooh. Yes. Because Black Mirror is horror.
Oh, yeah. You can have it in reverse too, where like he's in LA. And it's freaky because it's like LA. And he sees the bike and he's like, oh, I got to stay away from this thing. And he spends the whole movie trying to cross the country. And when he gets home, the bike is there.
And when they finally pulled the driver's body from the twisted, burning wreck, it looked like this.
See?
Very Twilight Zone. Like that doll. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that actually. Well, I have a horror movie for you. I'm going to give you the premise. What is that whooshing noise?
Oh, that's probably me. I live next to the train.
Oh, I was like, what is that?
Yeah.
All right. So, these parents, they're together in this marriage for quite some time. And the father is a voice actor. The mother works in design. And what happens is they get divorced, but the mother doesn't allow the father to see the children. So the father goes to his gay brother to get a disguise. And he babysits his own children in disguise for years. And they never discover that it is their father who is babysitting them until one day he dies. Yep.
That's very dark, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! The whole time you were. The whole time!
Oh, I'm sorry, Miranda. Please.
Don't talk to me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! I have to go. We have to leave now.
A horror.
That is a crazy premise.
Yeah,
What'd you say?
it is.
It's a crazy premise when you like.
It is, but I'm gonna add an extra horror element to it because that's obviously just the movie. When the parents got divorced, they thought their father died shortly after from a heart attack, but then that's when they discover years later he was their nanny the whole time, and their stepdaddy is British.
Oh my gosh.
What you got, Abe?
So I kind of came unprepared because I wasn't entirely sure. I didn't really get the premise. I haven't had homework in a very long time.
Shit up.
Me neither. I'm going off the cuff.
Okay, cool. So I was sort of talking to XD about this before. I think this is it. Okay. So there's two movies in my mind. I can't remember which is which. And I don't know if you know either of them. But it's a movie about how does it work? Okay. I think a man has a child.
Mm-hmm.
And the child's mother dies. And so the man is very sad. And he lives on a houseboat with his child. Mm-hmm. And the child is really into like listening to like the call-in love radio shows.
Oh,
And then one day the child calls in and tells the host about how sad his dad is. And a woman hears this and she begins stalking this man from across the country. And now meanwhile, this woman has a perfectly fine fiance whom she could decide to continue to spend her life with. However, her obsession with this man grows in such a way that she starts to abandon him and decides she's going to fly across the country, a complete stranger, and profess her love to a man who doesn't even know that she exists, I don't think.
Oh, that's nuts. That's creepy.
Yeah. And
what's the man's reaction when she gets there?
He seems down. He's like, well, I think because his son knows what the deal is. So his son gives him a little like, hey, I hooked you up. You seemed a little down. We wanted to take you out, show you a nice time. And then this is from what I'm remembering, but
No, you got it right.
Did I get it right? Okay.
Yeah, you got it right.
And
is this You Got Mail?
No.
Close.
What is this?
It's
very close.
It's a nightmare tale called Sleepless in Seattle.
If you've just tuned in, this is Dr. Marcia Fieldstone. And tonight's topic is your wishes and dreams.
Yeah, I got it.
And we're on the line now with someone from Seattle.
Hello.
Hello, Sam. This is Dr. Marcia Fieldstone on Network America.
Oh, Nothing But Rain. An Alfred Hitchcock original.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I never really thought about how like Meg Ryan definitely like abandoned her whole like life because she was so smitten with this man she heard on Dr. Fraser Crane's radio show. And just flew to fucking Seattle. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna add a horror element that doesn't exist.
Ooh.
She kills people along the way with her chin. She's a serial killer.
Oh, okay. And then on top of that, the only reason that he was a widow in the first place was because she killed his wife, not knowing that's who it was.
Now that's a Lifetime original.
Ooh, okay, starring Susan Sarandon and Bette Midler. I don't know. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That is a horror movie.
That's actually a really good twist. Somebody should really recreate that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I have
Wait, hold on. We have to take a break, and then you come back with your next one.
Okay. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more Jaden XD. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
More primitive religions believed in. And then you go through all the other religions, and they have the same thing. It's all the same. Whether you believe in God, don't believe in God, believe in religion, don't believe in religion. The issue is that you either don't believe there's anything else out there, which is
And we're back, reimagining films as horror films, right? So, in my interpretation of this, I was like, well, I'm gonna take films and make them scary, right? So then I thought about, well, it's the Blackest Show about nothing. So let me find a black film, right? So then immediately I thought about Boys in the Hood. And that's already kind of a scary, well, it's not a scary movie, right? It's just a hood tale, a coming of age tale, honestly. It just happens to be very violent. But then I was like, how do I make this scary? So I kept everything the same. Everything, like the setup, when Ricky got shot and Ice Cube gets murdered later and blah, 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 all that. But the scary element is, just like how Abe's mentioned in the other version or other movie, that Nia Long's character was behind everything.
Fuck this shit! Stupid motherfucker! Fuck you! Fucking dirty as shit! I'm saying kill all you motherfuckers! Come on! Come on, me,
motherfucker! What's her name in the Brandy?
Yeah.
With the eye? Yeah. Yeah, but like she's behind everything. Even as kids that set them up, right?
Oh, this was a long game.
Dang.
Yes.
The good daughter.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll add a twist as well. The officer, the one who Abe put the clip in last week. I hate my gums because they black. He's really dead.
Yes. As spookies.
Yes. It's spooky.
Yeah.
And I told you about that. I told you about the one about the guy who shot Ricky, the one with the light eyes. What I say about blacks with light eyes. The one with the light eyes, he actually ended up being like a murderer in real life. Did he go to prison? I think he went to prison. Or did he unalive himself? One of those. But he ended up having like a very dark turn. And not just because of that movie, because he was getting ready to be on the rise. But he took his characters too literally, they said, and he turned into a for real bad guy.
Oh, it was that method acting?
Yeah.
Yeah. He took drag too far.
Yeah.
He
took drag way too far.
Too far.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got one for you all. So it's two parents. This is a Jordan Peele original. So it's two parents, black, obviously. The mother is a teacher. The father is a broke jazz artist. And they're raising, here goes the first scary part of this, like 8 kids, okay? They live in an area of Brooklyn but we'll put them next to a cemetery. And so, they've been haunted by this ghost. It's like a old Spanish, like conquistador ghost. They're haunted who lives in the brownstone. And he makes sure that the father's jazz career is plummeting. So the father's jazz career is just going down the toilet. The mother is fending and taking care of everybody, but she gets sick. And then the kids end up losing their mother at a very young age, and they're stuck living with this broke jazz artist who ends up losing his entire mind, spiraling. It's a wrap. It's called Crooklyn. Frightening. Frightening. Yes.
I gotta be honest. Most Spike Lee movies are a little creepy.
Absolutely. It's that camera angle that he's stuck to.
Yeah.
Well, because he's doing the Hitchcock angles.
Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what he's doing. But like, in his way,
right.
with his spin. So, sometimes they just come out of nowhere and you're like, what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
So,
he really likes putting shit up in everyone's face. Like he puts the camera in everyone's face.
That's how he is in real life too. It's fascinating. What you got, Abe? I'm so fascinated. I'm curious after the Sleepless in Seattle.
Okay, this will be one. I'm winging it. This is a movie I rewatched recently after not having seen it since I was a child in the 90s.
Okay.
It's about a man and a boy, father and son. And unfortunately, the boy is his parents are divorced. And, he has on paper a great life. However, there's also a constant theme of disappointment that comes from his biological father. He has a stepfather who is very aloof and not really emotionally available for him. But his mother seems to like him enough, so I think he kind of just rolls with it. But it all comes to a head one night when it's the boy's birthday party, and once again, his father, who had promised to show, does not arrive. And he begins to really doubt his father's love for him, and whether or not it's a relationship worth worrying about if, we've got stepdad here and such. So when he closes his eyes to make a wish for his birthday, he makes a wish for his father to be accountable to all. And so now the father unknowingly wakes up the next morning and has this demonic possession, unable to control his own body and mouth and thoughts. Well, he can control his thoughts, but he can't control how he communicates them. And
this is frightening.
I just got it. Okay.
I'm still waiting.
And so with this evil spirit inside him, or perhaps a good spirit, he has to go through the jungle gym that is his next day, where he happens to be a lawyer and he has a very big case that he needs to help get done and also figure out his family situation. But this demon that possesses him doesn't allow him to do it in the manner that he would normally go. And so until he faces the demon, who is himself the whole time, he is not able to be there for his child. And in the end, it takes him running down a pre-9/11 airport tarmac runway and stopping a plane with a crane, almost killing himself before the demon is released from his spirit and he is able to look into his child's eyes and tell them that he loves him. And that movie is called Liar, Liar.
Yeah. It's genius.
Very good.
It does not hold up.
Very good. That was very good, Abe.
That's genius.
That was very good. XD, I'm ready for your for your next. I was it's when we got to the airport where I was like, is this liar?
Because I was like, wait, I know this. Ah.
I thought so at that moment, but thank you. That was actually incredible. And it is a horror movie. There is a demon. There's an exorcist that lives inside of him.
Yeah.
It is.
Or he needs an exorcism, should I say. Okay. XD.
This is a multi chaptered, layered story. There is I won't even give you the details because it starts out about a civil war, right? And there's about 8 chapters, 8 installments. However, I realized when I was writing this list, I was like, what if I reimagined this film series and put it in a different location?
Okay.
So Star Wars, but it's in hell.
Oh!
Whoa.
Tatooine is sparsely populated. If the trace was correct, I will find them quickly, Master.
Move against the Jedi first. You will then have no difficulty in taking the Queen to Naboo to sign the treaty.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
You have been well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like all old poetry.
Yeah. It's in hell. You have the Source's origin story, which is Darth Vader's rise to. You know what I mean?
Is he the demon and the devil?
Yeah, he's the Source.
Oh, the Source. Yes, the Source.
The source of all evil. Yeah.
Yes. Star Wars, but make it hell.
It could also be confused with Harry Potter, but
the Spiggledy Woos.
Yeah.
Yes, because Harry Potter is frightening. I don't even like looking at the book covers. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's a horror movie. Because, like, imagine you on your 11th birthday, you're told that you have like evil powers or alleged evil powers, and then you have to spend the rest of your life fighting the devil because you're the only person who can beat him because of something that you didn't decide, but you were born with these powers.
Wait, hold on.
Like Neo in the Matrix.
Harry Potter is the page master?
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, or he's the one. He's the Matrix. He's Neo. He's the Christ child.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's low-key Jesus.
Yeah.
They make all this shit religious. The Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of religious context in there.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of religious context. Well, I don't know if you all have seen this movie. It's scary within itself, but I'll add a twist at the end. So, a shell-shocked Vietnam War veteran returns home to his wife and his children. Obviously, he's dealing with PTSD. Has a gentle spirit, but he is, traumatized. And they're struggling to make it. This is a white family in maybe the 70s, struggling to make it. The mom is a waitress, is what they call it at the time. He can't find a job because his PTSD keeps kicking his ass at the wrong time. Meanwhile, his son, who's been waiting for him to come home, and his daughter, but his son especially, who's been waiting for his daddy to come home, is so excited. My dad's coming home. My dad's coming home. And dad comes home and dad's not the same. Meanwhile, the son is being attacked on a daily basis by a group of dirty white zombies that come from one clan, one family, and they rain terror on the entire town. the father of that clan owns a trash dump. What's the thing called? Is it a dump? A junkyard. He owns a junkyard. And the children, everybody thinks that they're regular, just dirty children, but they're actually zombies. They're not zombies for real in the movie. The movie is called The War, starring Kevin Costner and Elijah Wood. But in my reimagine, mine, the Lip Nickies, which was the group of those dirty white children whose daddy owns the junkyard, the Lip Nickies were actually little white zombies.
Can you hear me?
Jeremy,
you understand what I'm saying? I am through with this bullshit. Can you hear me? You understand what I'm saying? Can you get it in your thick fucking skull? You understand me?
Speak to me like
Can you hear
that.
me? Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! You shut up, old woman! Shut up! You shut up! You shut up! You shut up!
T.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have y'all ever seen The War?
I didn't know that was a movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Huh.
You should
Because at
watch
first
it.
I thought
Abe.
you were talking about Children of the Corn, and I was like, no, wait, there's no junkyard.
That's already
in Children of
horror.
the Corn. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the Deer Hunter or something at first.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard of that. The War might be an obscure choice.
Is that like a 90s
but it's
movie?
Yeah, let me see when The War came out.
Kevin Costner makes it seem like it.
94.
And Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
94.
Dang.
94. It was, the My Girl era. The movies were good. They had plots. They had feel-good moments. There was real terror and trauma, all that.
Oh, there was something I watched recently that was like a random rom-com that wasn't that good, but it was from the 90s. So it had legitimate like B and C plots and like crazy editing. Oh, I wish I could remember what it was. It would be good for this. If I think of it, I'll throw it in.
It will come to you.
Yeah.
Well, it's your turn. So
What was that movie?
You want us to come back to you?
Yeah. Come back to me.
Okay, XD. Oh, Lord.
I don't know which one to go with. Because this movie is about human trafficking, but they glamorized it.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Can I guess real quick?
Oh, you definitely can.
Are you about to do The Transporter?
Oh, no. Pretty Woman. But Pretty Woman was about human trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do criminalized sex work, as
Yes,
my pen
it's
says.
on the other side. Yes.
Yes, do criminalized sex work.
I like that.
But it's definitely about human trafficking.
We'll break it down.
Well, yeah, because the fact that Richard Gere was looking for, a fun time, but then realized that, I could do more for this person, even though all he just really needed to do was just pay for his time and bounce. But no, he wanted to usurp her time and everything about her so that she would not leave him by his side. Right.
Yeah, he wanted to like control her, and then he put her in a position where she was uncomfortable and didn't have the resources to get out.
Exactly. So she went along with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Fine. Oh, that's good. 7 fines since we left the match. Could I have another word, please?
Asshole. There's a word.
I think I like fine.
That's frightening and terrifying.
Oh, absolutely. And use tactics of coercion, like throwing money in her face and knowing damn well that, this was a need of hers, right? And so he just dangled things in her face like a carrot in front of a horse. And in reality, she just wanted to be free and be able to pay her rent in peace. But no.
But she's indebted to him for the rest of her days.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Trafficking.
He trapped her into his life.
Mm-hmm. Not unlike that movie Unfaithful.
Is that the J-Lo
which was the
movie?
wildest? No. Unfaithful is with this other white lady. Remember she killed her mistress, but she killed her side piece with the globe.
Yeah.
She was
Unfaithful. Who was it Unfaithful?
God, what is that white lady's name? hold on. Gosh, that movie was wild. With Diane Lane, yes, and Richard Gere was in that shit too, because she was cheating on Richard Gere with some Russian-looking man or whatever, and then he found out, and then he was about to make her life a living hell, or the cheater was right. It was very much like Stan on Girlfriends, when he was trying to make Maya's life a living hell, and she was like, "Leave me alone," and she ended up killing oh boy with the snow globe.
Honestly, we could take that entire Stan and Maya situation on Girlfriends and turn that into a horror series.
Are you familiar with Girlfriends, Abe?
No, I need to watch it. It's been recommended a bunch to me.
So here's what happened.
My girlfriend.
Here's what happened. So there's this girl Maya who is married to this man named Darnell. They had a child together. They've been together since they were in high school.
Blue collar family, lovely.
Yeah, blue collar family, lovely. She, they finally got married in their living room, way after their child was born. But
He was
that's
like
life.
13.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no problem.
And so she ended up meeting this man named Stan, not Blair Underwood. Because he looks like Blair Underwood, but
not
that's
Blair
the guy,
Underwood.
but not Blair Underwood, right?
Oh,
And
hold
so-
on. Wait, pause. You have to rewind a little bit because there's another part of the horror story too, Abe. So Maya wants to go back to school. And even though her and Darnell are in a very loving relationship, Darnell's a little closed-minded. So he's channeling his inner James Evans from Good Times and really doesn't want her to read. So she's feeling stuck and trapped. And she meets this not Blair Underwood at work in the building. Continue, next scene.
And of course she is become smitten with Stan because Stan is providing all the emotional support that she does not receive at home from Darnell. And it gets to a point where she's confiding in Stan about all her marital woes and all the things that she doesn't even tell her good girlfriends, Joan, Lynn, and Tony.
Yes.
And so there gets to a point where she comes home one day and Stan is talking to Darnell on the couch.
In the living room, playing video games, drinking beer.
Right.
Oh.
In a little game of Madden. Stan, this is my wife, Maya. Hi. Nice to meet you. Oh, well, nice watch. We met down at the Y playing ball tonight. Yeah, I took the ball to the hole. Your husband laid me out.
Because her homegirls are like, you're cheating on Darnell.
Yeah.
And emotionally, and you need to make this right. And so when she goes to end things with Stan is like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna make your life a living hell because I love you and you're not gonna get rid of me that easy. So when she gets home, she finds Stan being BFFs with Darnell. Darnell goes to the bathroom and he's like, gotcha, bitch.
And then the next day, so to speak, Darnell and Maya's son have a baseball game. And she gets to the game, with her homegirls to cheer her son on and they cheer their nephew on. And who's sitting there to also support? Stan, because Darnell invited him to the game. So now her child is calling this man Uncle Stan.
Oh, they're just in a throuple now. That's it. They just had to wait 20, 30 years.
And then let's put a spin on it. And then Stan kills Darnell.
Yeah.
But then Maya kills Stan, and her and little Jabuki walk off into the distance.
Low key, if this wasn't on UPN, that might have worked.
Yeah.
It probably would have happened.
It looked like Armageddon. Or like what's Independence Day? They're just all disheveled, but they made it.
Total side note. You know what always boggles me about that movie? You ever remember that Vivica Fox was the lead in Independence Day?
Yeah.
She was an exotic dancer.
Frightening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's take a break.
And come back with our last selections.
Yeah. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Cats can make great pets. They can be adorable, they can be cute and cuddly. And cats in a dream can have different meanings. So let's look at what a cat means in a dream.
And we're back, chatting with Abe about
what's up
films
Horror
and stuff.
films. Mhm.
Yes, I have another one, by the way.
Yeah, same.
I have you ever thought about making Toy Story a horror film?
Yeah, I thought of
because
that
in
one.
general, it's a scary movie, right?
Yeah.
It's this idea because I also think that these toys come to life, and they only go to play dead when Andy's
Mhm.
around, and I feel like they're waiting for the opportune moment to take out the family.
I don't see him in the driveway. I think he bounced into Sid's yard.
Oh, Buzz! Hey, everyone! RC's trying to say something! What is it, boy? He's saying that this was no accident.
So reimagine. Tell us how this goes.
Right. So I mean, like, you have, there's a snake in my boots and blah 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 blah. You have the whole premise or whatever. But they are, they all have a secret meeting as a plot to kill Andy. A la Annabelle. And so
Now, why do they want to kill Andy?
total toy domination.
Okay.
That's how you become
they
a
have-
toy. You get killed
Yeah.
as a human, and then you turn
Yeah.
into a toy.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. And they want him to
It's-
play with them forever.
Yeah. Oh
Mhm,
yeah. Oh
mhm,
yeah, because they know he's
mhm.
getting older.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
That is spooky. That's a psychological
scary.
thriller.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, that's really fucked up, actually. Now, the
Mhm.
question is, do they succeed? Or, like, do they end up burning all the toys in the end? But then there's, like, one toy that still holds power so that they can have a sequel.
Oh yeah. You know what
yeah, that's exactly it.
I was thinking this.
Mhm.
It's the stuffed animal he brings to college.
Now, what about Woody and Buzz?
They might not make it.
They might not make
That's
it.
fine. I'm
They
not
might
really
not
worried
make
about
it.
that.
Yeah.
But it's probably Mr. Potato Head that does the final,
Steve Harvey, you're absolutely right.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm.
Yes.
I love how when you said Steve Harvey, the thumbs down came up.
Think like a man.
Oh, I saw Think Like a Man 2 the other day. I've never seen the first
A
one.
horror movie.
But yeah, definitely.
Yes. A horror book as well.
Those were
Dark
it was a book.
literature.
Yeah.
It was a book.
Based on
I stayed in a haunted Airbnb in Atlanta one time, and this is a true story. It was a haunted Airbnb, and I knew it was going to be a problem because within the first 15 minutes of us arriving there, I found that copy of Think Like a Man on the bookshelf.
Dang.
Mhm.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then we discovered it was haunted. Well, I should have known with all the activities that were happening up and through, but then we discovered it was haunted like a few hours before it was time to get up to leave for the airport. So I ended up not going to sleep, and then we left early.
Oh. Did you
Yes,
notice any
because-
weird noises or anything overnight?
No, what was happening was it was about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and we had just come home from the strip club, and Crystal's phone was kept ringing, and so she came to me and she was like, "Why are you calling me?" And I was like, "I'm not calling you." She's like, "Look, you're calling my phone. My phone is right here." My phone was not dialing her. There was no history of it dialing her. Nothing. Now she found her phone in another person's room who had already left to go to the airport long before her phone could have ever ended up in there. Like, there's no way her phone could have ended up in that room via that person or anything. It was in the bathroom of that person's room. And when we got to that room, it was cold.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds like you were in some sort of portal.
I think I was, because that was also the Atlanta orgy house.
Again, what is this orgy house that you keep telling me about?
XD. How do I know about this and you don't know about this? This was a Twitter thing years ago. Hold on. Atlanta orgy
never
house.
mind. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That pink loofah party that went viral.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
Yes, I'm aware now. When you said Twitter orgy party,
yes,
you know, when it comes to Atlanta, you got to be a little specific about orgy parties, right?
Okay,
So,
fair.
but yes, I do recall there was this woman.
Yeah, it was her birthday party, or so she said,
and had like a.
Hey, please keep going. Wait, please keep going.
Oh, I closed the tab. I just looked up Atlanta orgy house.
Pull it back up.
And
Read
then,
it to us.
I
thought you knew about this.
This is from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, but it's behind a paywall, so I can only see the 2 sentences. That's all I need to know. In Metro Atlanta sex sells. Last week, a local woman, Sydney Green, raked in several $1,000s when she billed her 27th birthday celebration as a private party for adult swingers.
Yep, there you go.
All right.
Interesting.
But that was the house.
Did you know that going into it, or
absolutely not?
When you got there, you were like, you
First
found
of all,
like a
you
dildo
know me and
on
my
the
germs.
sofa.
No, we just got there, and they had. I feel like Twitter had pictures at a certain period of time of different angles and things, and so we pieced 2 and 2 together and said, "Algebra, this is the house."
Dang.
Yeah.
See,
and it was indeed haunted for sure.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it was haunted with? Like
I think all of Georgia is haunted.
Just how I feel like all of Connecticut is haunted. Yeah.
Both, yes.
It's
in
all
very
the
similar
souls.
but different ways.
It was all the lost souls that got skeeted on the sheets during the orgy.
Yeah. Dead babies.
Oh my God!
Every orgy results in a haunted house because there's just too much unfinished business.
Yeah. Beetlejuice house.
Yeah.
Orgy house.
Dead babies everywhere. This is getting real right wing.
No, it's not. We're pro-abortion.
No, yeah, we're fully pro-choice over here. Abortion is awesome via Melissa Beck.
Control, Alt, delete that shit.
Yes. Backspace. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I got one more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2 best friends. They meet on a boardwalk. One of them is very rich. The other one is struggling and trying to make it. And so they meet, they connect, and they stay best friends for many, many years. The one who's trying to make it becomes big in the theater world. I mean, huge. And the other one, she gets married to a man. She lives a miserable life, but she's living the rich life that she was bred with. And so
the fact, oh my gosh, I can't believe.
So we find out that the rich one is actually sick and she's dying. And so the one who's made it in the theater world, she's famous. Remember, she was the one who was struggling when they were children, though. She comes to take care of her best friend and also so that she could have, take her child because she's dying. And so they spend their last days together, or spend her last days together at a beach house. And she dies. And the best friend who made it, she has custody now of the child, who was also named after her. And that movie is called Beaches. Now, the spin on that movie is that what the child finds out after her mother died was the best friend actually was slowly sucking the soul of her the entire time. And she's the one who killed her because she's a demon.
What the hell is going on here? Would you please lower your voice? No, I won't. I want to know what's eating you. You have been a total bitch ever since you came to New York. I could say the same thing about you. I've simply been reacting to you. Oh, for God's sake, don't you get it? We've grown apart. Happens to the best of friends. It's happened.
Oh, she's like a vampiress.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
Or like those energy sucking demons or vampires from Ghosts.
Yeah, like Madonna.
Yeah.
Or the Olsen twins. But yes, Beaches, reimagined. That's my last selection. Abe, do you have a last selection?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of this movie in real life, but maybe we'll come
That's
up
all
with
right.
it. It's about a young woman who's very successful. She works and lives in New York City. And she works for a skincare company, and they're doing great. She's doing really well. Her career's going great. The only thing is that growing up, she never got to know her mom because her mom just wasn't in the picture.
Was it
Mommy
drugs?
wasn't there.
It was like drugs and stuff. I think, yeah.
Okay.
And so in the meanwhile, she doesn't know this, but the mom looks her up one day or somehow becomes aware of her success and decides she wants to become a part of her life, but doesn't know how to do it. So she, instead of confronting her or reaching out to her, she decides to secretly lie about her resume and get a job at the same company as her. And then she gets the job and she starts doing very well. And soon the mother and daughter are working together on the same project. And in some ways actually competing for the same promotion. But throughout all of this, the daughter doesn't know that it's the mother. And no one else at the company knows that the mother lied about everything and her background. I don't know what that says about working in marketing for a skincare company, that you can just make that shit up and do well. But that's another story. And it all comes to a head when I think only one of them is obviously going to get the promotion, and the mom doesn't get it, and then reveals, actually, it's okay that you got this promotion because I'm your mom and I've been your mom the whole time. And then, and I don't remember what happens to the rest of the movie, but J-Lo was in it.
Oh, my dad. I'm completely pissed at him. For years after my mom died, I tried to find you. But it was just a series of dead ends, so I sort of gave up.
I don't remember what it was called either, but I remember it being a really fucked up premise.
J-Lo was in it, so.
And I think she plays an Italian, or that might be. Oh, it's called Second Act.
Oh.
That's it. She plays a white woman in
every
everything.
movie, every single movie, except Selena.
Yeah, and that's because of, contract obligation.
Oh, it's newer.
She's
It's
a
2018.
Zionist.
They let her play a Latina woman.
They let her.
Yeah.
They let her.
They allowed it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah. They got back. They got like what is it when they go and like pull the audience, and the audience was like, "All right, yeah, we could watch
Market
that."
research.
Yeah, they did.
Like she could be Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That J-Lo was in it was really just the cherry on top. I didn't even care what the movie was called. What it was called. Every J-Lo movie is a horror movie. XD, would you like to end with your last selection?
Yes. My last film is about a group of they have deemed themselves like a task force of evil, right? However, in turn, they commit heinous crimes against the Islamic community, East Asian community, all in the under the guise and belief to them that they're doing good. They terrorize people, villages. So yes, this terrorist organization, they respond to under the guise that they are a police task force, if you will, right? And they're committing international war crimes.
Oh my.
And they are doing this all in song. Yeah. Can you guess?
Is this an older film?
Is it what?
Is this an older
Oh
film?
my God. Oh my God. I just.
Yes, it is. I mean,
Are the hills alive?
no.
Oh.
Is this
It's not
is
the
this
sound
South
of
Pacific?
music.
No.
Oh.
You give up?
Hold on. Give me one more. Hold on. The movie with the singing penguins.
Yeah, they you know, they're doing what they call police work. And however, they're wreaking havoc on the entire international community.
And they're singing while they do this?
Yeah. Mhm.
But it's not the sound of music.
There's moments where they're singing, yeah.
And
even their adversary is singing too. It's almost a musical, if you will.
I give up.
Abe,
You want to
do you
give a
give up?
hint? You want to give a hint?
I think I have to give up.
Because if I give you a hint, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Team America, World Police.
I sense Gary's trapped inside the tavern.
Copy, Sarah. You get Gary. We'll go after the terrorists.
I knew it had to.
Terrorist, your game is through. But first you have to answer to America. Fuck yeah! Am I wrong? Like,
You know what? That's actually timely and appropriate, and because that's exactly pretty much what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
think they're doing good and actually wreaking havoc on the entire community
Yeah.
at large.
Yeah, in song.
In song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, singing while they
Very
do it.
good. Thank you. Yes, very appropriate last selection.
Yeah. I came
Circle back
through.
to our opening song.
Yeah.
I finally understood the assignment in the last second. But yes, I got it.
Very good. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this this very imaginative episode of Jade and XD featuring our amazing producer Abe, who's been with us for the past 7 years.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's sick.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
7
It's been a
years.
pleasure.
No, thank you for being with us.
The privilege
Thank
is all
you.
mine.
Don't leave us.
Don't leave us, as we say every single year.
I'm happy to be here. I'm not going anywhere.
I want your children to be running around woha-haing is
Oh,
what I
yeah.
want to.
Yes.
I'm gonna name one
Nah, Abe.
Woha, and the other one's gonna be named Nehu.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Don't. Yes. You have to be on Patreon to witness what just happened.
Oh, I can do it too. Is it gonna
Can you
do
do-
it?
Yeah, did it. What are you?
Oh my goodness.
You're an alien.
That's crazy.
Well, yes, thank you for this very special episode of Jade and XD. It's been such a blast. We love you all very much, and we
Yes.
love Abe. And don't hit on him in the comments.
Exactly.
Thanks, y'all.
He's
and-
taken. Seats taken.
Until next time, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Rest in peace, Panther.
Oh my God!
Wait,
yeah,
hold on.
And that's
yes,
all I need.
Nope.
Oh.
This episode is dedicated
Aw.
to Panther.
Hell yeah.
This entire episode.
She definitely hired a lot of episodes while I would be editing them. So yeah, I feel like honorary junior producer. She's an intern who had to graduate and went to the other side of the country.
Oh man, don't make me sad, y'all. I got really emotional. Abe's cat died, and I got emotional, and so we're dedicating this entire episode to the Pantheress.
Yes. To Panther.
Yes. All right.
Thank you, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, we're moving